A silent invasion is happening in our oceans. Microplastics, tiny particles less than 5 millimeters in size, are now found in every corner of these vast waters. From the surface to the deepest trenches, their accumulation is alarming. Unlike larger plastic debris, these microscopic particles often go unnoticed. The problem of microplastics is not just a matter of aesthetics. These tiny particles can absorb and concentrate toxins from the surrounding seawater. When marine organisms ingest these contaminated particles, it can lead to starvation. The pervasiveness of microplastics in the marine environment is a clear reminder of the urgent need for action. Microplastics originate from a variety of sources, both on land and at sea. A significant portion comes from the breakdown of larger plastic debris, such as bottles, bags, and fishing gear. These items fragment over time due to exposure to sunlight, wave action, and other environmental factors, eventually breaking down into microplastics. Another major source of microplastics are microbeads, tiny plastic spheres commonly added to personal care products like facial cleansers and toothpaste. Although some countries have banned the use of microbeads, they are still present in many products. Wastewater treatment plants often fail to filter out these tiny particles, allowing them to flow directly into rivers and eventually the ocean. Additionally, synthetic textiles release microplastic fibers during washing, further contributing to the problem. The impact of microplastics on marine life is multifaceted and devastating. These tiny particles are easily ingested by a wide range of marine organisms, from microscopic zooplankton to large whales. Once ingested, microplastics can cause physical damage to internal organs, block the digestive tract, and lead to starvation. The toxins absorbed by microplastics pose an additional threat. These toxins can accumulate in the tissues of marine animals, causing poisoning and long-term health problems. Additionally, microplastics can disrupt the reproductive systems of marine organisms, impacting their ability to reproduce and maintain healthy populations. The consequences of microplastic pollution are far-reaching and threaten the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Section 4. A global crisis. Evidence of microplastic pollution. The pervasiveness of microplastic pollution is a global crisis. Studies have found microplastics in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Antarctic. These tiny particles have been discovered in the digestive tracts of marine animals from all levels of the food chain, highlighting the widespread nature of the problem. One study found that fish in the North Pacific ingest up to 24,000 tons of plastic each year. Another study discovered microplastics in 83% of deep-sea organisms sampled, indicating that even the most remote parts of the ocean are not immune to this pollution. The evidence is clear. Microplastic pollution is a global problem that requires a global solution. Section 5. From ocean to plate. Microplastics in the food chain. The presence of microplastics in the marine environment has raised concerns about their potential impact on human health. As marine organisms ingest microplastics, these can accumulate in the food chain and eventually end up on our plates. While the full extent of the risks microplastics pose to human health is still being investigated, the potential for harm is significant. The toxins absorbed by microplastics can accumulate in human tissues over time, potentially leading to a range of health problems. The presence of microplastics in seafood is a sobering reminder of the interconnection between human health and the health of our oceans. Section 6. Changing the tide. A call for action. Addressing microplastic pollution requires reducing plastic consumption, improving waste management, and developing innovative solutions. Reducing our reliance on single-use plastics is crucial. By choosing reusable alternatives and supporting sustainable packaging, we can reduce plastic in the environment. It is essential to invest in wastewater treatment, supporting research and development of innovative technologies, advocating for sustainable policies and holding industries accountable. The time to act is now. Let's protect our oceans for future generations.